Now, we talked about Benjyfishy at the start of this, and this is it, the positioning. He gets in, forces these players in uncomfortable fights to start things off, and then gets all the way in. He's following him up very well.
Very well, and with speed, you talk about position, you'll notice exactly where he picked to finally have this fight. No one else is really in range, at least for this short amount of time, as Benji's working the fight to get in and have a say. Even that third party who finally gets a whiff of it is now, once seeing that it's concluded, not going to bother, especially seeing the Elim feed after the fact as to who picked up that player. It's going to be Benji. Kira getting pushed all the way back, wants to play his game out, not try to mess with the top dog of the competition. He'll roll out even more so at the edge of zone, look for another fight to pick up, another free 4 points. You might say this is sneaky. I just say it's completely smart. First of all, by putting that wall up, making sure he doesn't get damage done to himself, but at the same time get more information on where to play afterwards. That player, not his target, the map right now is looking for a way to get to the next zone.
He's a hunter. He looks for the moments, looks for the holes, the gaps in vision of these players. And if that opportunity is there, he'll take it. Just like you saw him do a moment ago for his first elimination. And he is in his natural habitats. One thing to note too is how Benji, when he gets to get his games rolling, it's not out of a Mythic POI. It's never been. It's been Lazy Lake. Now moving over to Retail Row, a little bit more secluded where he relies on just normal loot.
But he knows how to play once he has that loot, right? Like, his game plan is always to go for these elims, maybe stumble upon the agency. We saw him play so well with the grappler as well beforehand. Just because he doesn't start with the information, the cool thing about Benji, and I think what sets him apart from everyone else, is he adapts so fast to the aggressive play that he has, the potential of his loadout, and he always chases to make it even hit heavier. And no controller needed to hit double dinks. He is online right now. You can't have hard mats to stop either. Get a big hit. Benji's still there, though. 60 HP to end the fight. He is on a roll.
So Benjyfishy goes down, and the respect might be there. But after that, I have to wonder if he has to reconsider his name choices. Benji puts him down quickly now. 2 eliminations and a solid loadout. He has a launch pad, epic loadouts all around, and plenty of shield. Wondering if he can find himself a campfire. I don't think there's one right now in between him and zone. He does have the harpoon to try to get any more fishing hole.
These are the players who are going to have to hold down their drop spots. These are the players who are going to have to replicate what they've done today, but in environments that are that much more hostile. Right now, you talked about that 5th zone coming near Kinzel, coming near Stormy. It's right here. He's here to chill now, but Kinzel's there on his pyramid, knocking on the door, looking for just a little bit more, with already 3 eliminations all pre-planned out. He's just there racking for information, looking for what gun might be in the hands, in the inventory of that player down below. Now suddenly moving, looking for a free rotation, not using that much mobility. He has none right now, but he's in there. It's clean and it's fast.
That was well done from Kinzel. And he even finds the Elim, possibly a second from down below. He's going to continue to pressure. No, he backs off. The Brutus minigun now in his hands. That's the key to unlocking success in this game. But you talked about the information play. He does finish out Stormy right. That was beautiful. Okay, from that entire sequence at the start, the information play, knocking on the top of that roof, was really to bait those 2 players down below to start moving so that he could have that free rotation that he ended up getting, so that they would build for him. Because you see somebody knocking on the top, you're going to be like, okay, this guy wants to fight. I want to get away. I need to get towards 5th zone before I engage in any of these shenanigans. And then he gets there. So perfectly played from Kinzel. He's now got 4 eliminations and Brutus's minigun. And with the amount of players in this lobby, he's going to need it.
And that amount as well. We've seen all these players be the common active people in the lobby, using their mats, using their ammunition. I just saw Nate chilling out mid-ground. I just saw AimSons, I believe, somewhere in the lobby. There's a bunch of players. You mentioned Nikov. I'm looking at War, Nikeva as well. People who haven't been activated just yet. We don't know their loadouts. The rest of the lobby doesn't either. Motor, in the midst of everyone else as well, is just getting all this information, is staying a little bit more secured, and not using as many materials to stay safe because they're not as loud. They'll have an even more potential to pop off in just a few moments as these zones start to move.
And don't forget, Nate is in the top 10. Benjyfishy is first. Nikeva, 2nd place. So we're setting up a duel here between Benji and Nikeva and anybody else in that top 10 right now, or possibly in the top 20, as Sancho said moments before in the previous cast. It only takes one to push yourself up, but that one has to be huge, and you also have to knock out the fish in your way, which is Benji. And he is going to have to use a launch pad here. Sets up the short pad and gets a really, really nice clean cut way into zone.
Now we're going to be moving back and forth through Pleasant Park. A lot of materials, a lot of shields left in the inventory, but one bad decision from Benji or anyone else can send you straight down the depths of low ground. You want to be able to survive up here in mid. You want to make things clean, use as less of materials as possible. Right now, Benji getting really greedy, but at the same time, making the right decisions, not only to be in the right spots, but also take out top players. War going down. Now floppers enter the Storm Master's hand. Benji's going to be moving forward with another launch pad to use in case he wants to. 7th zone gets revealed, bounces all the way back from where he came from. So he gets to have a say on a little bit more of this loot, maxing out his materials as well. Has the RPG in hand, uses it for a drop down, doesn't find it though. A little bit more pressure to play off of. Gets ahead of the competition. Right now, he's looking under pressure, but he's handling it really well.
That he is. He's so good in these situations. Box to box, you see him low that was Wolfie's number one. He lowers the HP of the wall before he goes in and then gets close, phases in perfectly with a shotgun and cleans up one of the better players in the entire game. And there's the piece control. Fortunately for him, he does escape. It looked like he might have gone down, but he does have the floppers to be able to play with it. And if he needs to, he can dip back in his zone and take the mini shields right before he goes in.
And he's given up that RPG for the additional grappler that we will be seeing used, and picks up another flopper up in the zone. Now actually gets a higher position. I was going to say he might launch pad here, but no, he's just going to rip all the way over to Nikeva. It's going to be the top two having a competition all the way at the top of the server. And although Benji has been knocked down slightly, it's not over yet for this monolith of a man just looking for a way to get straight in. No, this time another escape, another lair change, the 5th one we've seen today, and immediately no more shots on top on his dome whatsoever. He gets to move in freely, gets a chance to kind of think again, get a sense of what's going on around him, and because of that finds another pickup. Benji is playing so methodical, so clean right now, and still getting hit, but finding a way to know exactly where to block, where to move that stair edit. Last flopper now used, it's just him. Umi on height. I think Nikeva got taken out or is now lost in the depths of low ground. Legendary still alive. His aggressivity now playing dividends for his gameplay. Benji actually grappling up, doesn't get to actually have a chance to move all the way to the top, but gets a better position to then fake once again and drop down. He has all the tools, has the position, zone bounces back. He's still not up though, Balla. There's a possibility this is the 6th dropped attempt, another lair switch. Height is so silent right now. 7 players left alive, and all of them are in their own worlds trying to find a way to clash.
And this is a man with a mission right now. He's explored every option, explored every crack, and finds Legendary hiding in another one. More floppers, literally everything. This guy's mind moves at a speed that nobody can match, and now dipping into zone. Probably not going to use the grappler. He is, yes, overtakes Umi. Finally, no, it's not even there yet. Still low HP. Umi does get a trade. And the placement points are rolling in heavily right now. 6th place, no more white heels for Benji.
That's going to be tragic, but still he finds one little pick down of damage onto Umi, gets taken all the way over. Finally a 1v1 chaos up at low ground, but Benji